Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to play a friend. I'm not going to be playing any rated games. I'm going to play unrated games against my 1600 evil friend. I mean, we are typically the same kind of rating. We're really close to the same rating. So we're going to see what happens. He might go for the advanced variation, e5. He can go exchange variation take. This knight move also as well. Now knight takes. I don't like to go knight f6 to the Tower because I never studied that opening, but I know to go bishop f5, knight g3, going back with the knight, and then I just drop back to bishop g6 and all good. And afterwards we open up for the e6 pawn, we go knight f6, and yep. So this is the classical variation. He is supposed to go knight g3, yes, exactly, and I am supposed to go bishop back, bishop g6. Sometimes they go bishop d3, sometimes they go knight f3. This move also as well, it's a problem to go h5. Why? Because the bishop can go on e2 and line up with the queen and the knight on this pawn. So better for us. What the hell is this? Sorry for the cursing. I'm trying to stop cursing, but I'm still going back to cursing for some reason. I mean, my computer makes me like curse multiple times per day. Okay, so h6 making an escape route for our bishop. Next we can go e6, knight f6. Yeah, we go back. What's happening? I mean, come on. My computer is full of problems. Full. I really want to go e6 first, and he cannot go for this really annoying pin because my pawn on h6. Okay, my opponent is taking his time to play. Sometimes we have e5 as a move. e5 trying, if he takes, we can just take the queen, trade the queens, and not allowing our opponent to castle while making this pawn as a target for the future. Yeah, this is a typical move. It doesn't make a difference which move to go, e6 or knight f6. I think they are the same. Knight d7. So knight f6. I mean, going with the knight on e5 seems as a good move as well, but I can challenge it with knight d7. And if he did not take me, I'm gonna take and just take his queen and make a target out of this pawn with maybe knight here, pushing the pawn, knight c6, something like that. But I get this kind of position more often, but like in the last 10-20 games that I played, I don't think I never had this position ever, when they go for h4, h5. And at the beginning of my chess journey, I was actually blunder this and go for h5, and they actually make a target out of this pawn with the bishop and the queen and the knight, and they win the pawn. So I learned that it's better to go h6, not h5, in this kind of opening. My opponent is taking his time. I mean, he can do multiple things. Yeah, actually, bishop d3 is one of the moves. Now we have to take, because we don't want to put our rook on h7, so we have to take. Takes with the queen. We can go knight f6, bishop d6. It is the same thing, but I think knight f6, develop knight before bishop, put bishop d6. Bishop check doesn't do anything because we can just get blocked with this attack. And it really doesn't make any difference to go with the bishop here because I'm only going to be blocked by this pawn and the bishop and the other pawn. So the bishop here will be better. Sometimes bishop e7 is also a good move. But e7 is really passive. But d6 is better because we are attacking a knight, forcing a double pawn. But I think that generally best thing for him is to go bishop f4 or bishop d2 and castle queenside. Why queenside? Because I don't know, I think it's more aggressive to go with the queen side rather than king side. Because on the king side, bishop d6, I'm gonna have some problems on you, like with this. Your king's not going to be safe. And your rook is going to be aiming at nothing because my king is going to be castled, protected by the rook. And the knight as well. So we are playing a unrated game, just for fun kind of game. And for learning as well. So we're having fun, but also learning from the mistakes during this game. My opponent can, I think that if I were in his position, I just get out with the bishop on f4. I'm controlling squares. This is number one. Number two, I'm preparing to castle queenside with the rook is going to be here lining up, and I can push some pawns and stuff. I think it's much better to go bishop here, or like at least bishop e3 and castle queenside. Castling kingside is good, but moving out the bishop is going to be falling into this. But when you castle queenside, it's better you are defending these pawns, and everything's fine. My knight can do some problem like knight d5, preparing knight f4, which I'm attacking the queen and also this pawn, and forcing the queen to go back for defense. This might be a plan as well. But I think the general... Why is it lagging? I mean, I have to stop asking myself that question because I know that I have a really bad laptop, but wow, it's really slow. He went for this move, which does make sense. Now, typically it's good to get out with the queen, controlling more squares and attacking this pawn, and when he castled queenside, we can just... I cannot make a target out of this pawn. Maybe sometimes we have to go for queen a6, and we trade the queens, controlling these squares with the bishop and the knight, and pushing on the queen side while castling king side. But I don't think that I'm gonna go for this line, which trading the queens. I want to go knight d5, and I cannot go now for this. Why did I said I'm gonna go for this? The bishop is actually targeting this square. Now I think the best move is just to castle queenside, and everything's fine. Really, everything's fine. I can get out with the knight, but after the king going to be cancelled this way, he can just push his pawn, or just take my knight. But my opponent is like me, takes a lot of time to think. But in this position, we are still in the opening phase or the first middle game couple of moves. So I think that you should have to know the theory of your opening that you're going for. So I know that we get out with the bishop, we castle kingside, or we go for knight d7, and depending on our opponent's movement, we can go for queenside or kingside. I mean, and also knight d7, it's a good move. We are preparing c5 as well, breaking in the center while getting the rook on c8 or d8. So this does look like a move. Knight a6, preparing this, attacking the queen and this pawn after when he is castled. And now he has to take me and I take back. He pushed me away, then I go back. I don't want to go into this line, so I think I'm going to go for knight d7. Bishop d6, castle kingside, push this pawn, and start attacking. Putting the rook on c8, d8, and everything's fine. There is a really huge gap between 50-minute game, 50 minutes, and 8 minutes on the clock. So I'm up 7 minutes, which it's a problem that my opponent has to fix about his time management. I used to do the exact same thing because I used to waste a lot of time per move, like taking around 4 minutes, 3 minutes for one move. Imagine that. But after like I played, okay, kingside castles. Wow. So I calculated multiple things, but he did something strange to me. Now, with this move, bishop d6, what are we threatening? We are threatening to take the knight. You take first, you double pawns, and then we take this pawn. So I think that this is generally a good move. Everything's protected in our position. We should not be taking this pawn. Why? Well, because rook here traps the queen. Literally traps the queen. We cannot go here because of the queen. And yeah, we lose the queen and a pawn on b7 as well. So it's better not to take that pawn. Why is it lagging? I hope that the camera is not being really slow like the computer. Okay, so our threat right now for the middle game. Capture knight, take the pawn, retreat, go knight d7, castle queenside for a more, challenging game. Because if I'm gonna castle kingside as well, it's going to be a little bit, slow kind of game. Now, what can he do to stop this attack on my pawn, on his pawn? Well, what can he do? Yes, one of the moves is to go knight e5, and if I take, go back with the knight, and he can just defend. Because of this move, I cannot. Yeah, this move. It also works. Wow, it also works. You know why? Because I cannot take here, I lose my bishop. And I can go bishop e7, knight takes, bishop takes. I'm adding pressure on this pawn. I'm stopping the knight from entering. But if I take a queen takes, the knight d7, I really want to go knight d7 right away, but he can just, I lose the bishop. So if I go here, takes, I can even go pawn takes, but I don't think it's really challenging. It's really risky. So go back with the bishop, knight takes, bishop takes, go knight d7, which shall we can castle queenside, open up for this, and if he takes, it's going to have a lot of targets here on this file, on the d file. So knight takes, bishop takes. He can go knight here, seems like a move. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and I can go knight d7 and castle queenside, preparing any knight discoveries to attack the queen and the bishop at the same time. My opponent is playing so far so good, everything is fine, but the only one problem that he has is time management. I cannot talk about time management because when I play 10-minute game, I get destroyed by my opponents. But when I play 15-minute game, look at me. I'm chilling. Because of, the 10 seconds increment thing. And one of the main thing that helped me get better at chess is when my opponent is thinking, I should be thinking as well. So in this, I'm not only making use of my time, I'm making use of my opponent's time as well. So takes, we take back with the bishop. We don't want to go into this line when he can sack and stuff. Now knight d7, as we were talking about, we want to castle queenside, bush c5. If we bush, we can just take, but then we can go here. We're attacking the queen, we're also attacking this knight. But going right away with this move, I don't think it's good. So we have to castle first. I don't even have to castle, but after castling kingside, what I hate about this move is bishop takes, pawn takes. The line is open, so he can do some risky stuff here. So this is why I don't want to castle kingside. I want to castle queenside. The bishop has to go here. But my rook is going to be there. I'm going to bush, and if takes, I can just take, attacking the queen, open up for the rook, go back with the bishop, trade the bishops, and everything's fine. Also, any forward moves of the knight, maybe like going back with the knight and pushing, this pawn is going to be pinned as well, so we have to make use of every single move on the board. I think that this move is also good. G4, going G5, pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, adding pressure on this pawn with the queen on F3. I mean, he has to do something like this. He can actually go rook E1, pushing like this. This is one of the moves, but it doesn't stop me from castling. It doesn't stop me from castling. But he wants to go here with the knight, but I can just... I think I just want to castle and then push. If takes, I can just go queen here. So wait, if this here takes, knight, he cannot take this pawn, and I'm attacking your queen. The queen has to go back. We trade maybe the queens. This pawn is hanging, but then I take him with check, and then I go back. He takes the rook. I go back with the bishop here. He gives me a check. I move up, trade, and everything's fine. I don't know how the fuck did I... Sorry, no cursing. Sorry about the cursing. I don't know how I actually calculated all of that. My biggest advantage in the game of chess that I actually calculate more lines than my opponents in this kind of rating range. Like if I'm playing 1700 against the 1700s, I will calculate more lines than you. But the problem that I most of the time calculate stupid lines, and I go far down the line of that stupid line, and then I lose. But if I actually try to make use of my time calculating effective moves, maybe like this, and takes, then pin, then trying to prepare this pawn move, I cannot move my king. That's a good move. Okay, so if it's a really slow computer, so stop lagging please, So c5, pawn takes, knight takes, queen c4, pin. Yeah, it's not good to open up the position. I was supposed to castle kingside. It is still lagging. Come on. So a move that we can make use of is rook e8. Stop lagging before I break you. Why? Why do I have the shittiest computer in the world? So he's preparing knight c4, attacking my queen. Does seem like a good move. Can we stop it? No. I'm also trapping my pieces and stuff. So I think I want to go e5, pawn takes, knight takes, knight c4. I can just go back queen c7. Enough lagging. e5, I think it's best. And if knight c4, then going back queen c7, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. And also his queen is hanging, so he has to do something. Yes, that's the move. Does make sense. Now we're going back. We're stopping this check as well. I did not pay attention to that check because it's not really a big of a problem, you know. He should be using his rooks. Like, he has to be using his rooks in this game. But he is not. I think that going rook e1 is the best move because I cannot move my pawn. Wow, I actually made a blunder. I think I made a blunder. Because he can go rook e1 and pinning my pawn. My pawn is pinned right now. And he can add more pressure. And if I go bishop e7, he takes the bishop. He takes the pawn with the bishop. I go and bishop d7. No, bishop d6. Bishop d6. Then bishop takes, knight takes. Wow, I've done a blunder. Maybe I have to go right now for knight c5. Knight c5 looks like a good move. He cannot take the knight because he can lose his queen. Yeah, so knight c5, what am I preparing after that? Knight c5, and then move my queen to knight d7. Knight d7 or knight e7. Does seem like a good move. And it's still lagging. It's not heating up. There's nothing wrong with this computer, but it is just lagging, just lagging. Now I have to force a move, which is b5. And if pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes, I think that I have to go for this move, because if I give him time to go rook e1, I'm losing the game on the spot. So I have to go b5, which is really important. We are also stopping queen a4 from getting into this pawn. It's also protected, so, but, you know. So now the knight has to move away. After the knight moves away, nice. Now we can go to a safer square, which is like this. And if he takes my pawn, then bishop takes, and everything's fine. So we go like this. He can start an attack on the queen's side with the a4, but I think that I just push, and if a5, I can go queen a3, a6. Right now, what I'm threatening to take the pawn. Pawn takes back, take back with the bishop, threatening this knight, and that's it. I should not be taking the pawn with the queen. That's a move that I did not see. Alright. So it is a move. So I can go, because if pawn takes, knight takes, queen a6, takes, queen takes. I think I'm also doing okay. If I go back with the knight, takes, take back with the knight, and if this, I can just take, knight takes. Wait a second. After the knight here, he can just defend the pawn with rook d1, pawn takes, knight takes. Yeah, I think I don't want to take. No, I should take. Knight takes, knight here, knight, queen a6, knight takes, and that's it. I'm really right in the open, so it's really bad. I did not actually calculate queen f5. I think here, wait, queen c6 also looked like a good move. We want to go king b7. Stop lagging before I break. You swear to God, one day I'm gonna take this computer and smash it in the wall like this. Yeah. I'm sure taking with the queen is much better. But then he can make a target out of this pawn. Taking with the knight also seems good. We're stopping the queen from entering here. This is a check, but it doesn't do anything. We can just stop with the rook, go on king b7. We're safe right now. And my opponent is not blundering anything, but right now there's a pawn hanging. He cannot push g4 to protect it. So he either has to go queen e2. Also this move as well. This move does seem like a good move. We can go here. We're also blocking the check while also going here. But they're defending this pawn, so it does make sense. But wait a second. We have this pawn is hanging. So if I go back, queen takes. Okay, so we're going to be losing a pawn unless I went queen here. Yeah. I think that we should not be losing any pawns. It's not recommended to lose any pawns in the game. So let's trade queens, take back with the rook. Everything's fine. This pawn is hanging, you cannot defend it, and I'm going to be up a pawn. So this is a good way for you to stop your opponent's attacks. It's better to go queen a6, trading the queens, and he cannot do anything to save this pawn. Literally nothing. He can go like this, takes, then this, but I can just go back. And I'm up a pawn. He can add some pressure on this pawn with the rook on e and e1, but I can just go like this. So yeah, he went for this trade. He might go right now to rook e1, but I can simply just push. Okay, after rook e1, I'm not forced to take this pawn right away. I'm not forced. So I can either push, I can go rook d5. It doesn't seem like a good move to put the rooks in the center of the board. They are meant to be here, or here, or here, but not at the center of the board. So it's not really a good idea to go there defending this pawn. We can just push it if rook e1. And if rook d1 trying to exchange, I'm more than happy because the rook cannot get in to the pawns. We can easily defend them. The rook cannot get here to attack this pawn because of the rook. And this can be easily defended with f6. My opponent is really low on time. Really low. Like 11 minutes low. Yeah, as we mentioned, we can go for this. If he pushes, we can just keep pushing. And if bishop here, I think we can take. Bishop takes. He still cannot defend the pawn. So he can push like this. He's trying to. Okay, so now we take the pawn. He can do this. But if he tries to double up on that pawn, we have to go for f5, protecting. Okay, that seems like a good move. So if pawn takes, rook takes, I can just go here. Wait a second, take, here, check, here, check. So I can just take, rook takes, king h7, or just king d7, king d7, I think, yeah. Oh, wait a second, so if this takes, it is threatening both pawns. But if this, I think we have to take. I should not be giving away this pawn. This pawn is, I don't care about it. Okay, now you gave me a chance to defend my pawn. He was supposed to take this rook, threatening two pawns, and when I try to defend that pawn, you just take this one. But that's a blunder. That's a bad mistake. Why? Because I'm defending here, and when you take me, I can just go, yeah, exactly, bro, this is not a good move. Because of this. Oh, he can give me a check. I should not be blocking, I lose the game, I should go here. Then here, and I'm safe. Here is even better. Okay, so this pawn is defended, really good. I have checks, but it doesn't do really much. I can attack this pawn. If he goes for this, I think I just take, and if he takes my rook, I take back, and I'm going to be up a pawn, up two pawns as well. So, yeah. I think that his chance is maybe, I don't know, I'm really safe, you know. Okay, so knight takes. So here, rook check, trading the rooks. I think controlling more squares is better. Controlling more squares is better. We can take this pawn, but it's not really a good move. Why? Well, I have to go here first. Okay, so now he's just defending. I can push, but he can just take me. I really need to save this pawn, but if I go here, going to be, no, here, but then check. Move here, checks. So here, check. I think an accurate move to go king e7, because to go king f8, to go king g7, and then go rook e7 and start pushing this pawn or moving the knight at least. Because if I went king e8 right away, the problem is rook c8 check. And if rook block takes, checks, and going back, I think there's going to be some problems with it. Because remember, 2 pawns against 1. And I should be defending and I should not be blocking a check. He's only had 22 seconds, which is really not good. Now, king g7 is the best move, defending everything. We're really safe. We're gonna double up on this square. We're gonna try to attack the rook, then push this pawn and take back with the knight. Some kind of sauce. Everything is fine. Now I think we have to go here. This move doesn't do that much. I mean, yes, it's a move, but I can just go here. Yeah? I can just move like this, threatening to take you. It's not a move. It's not a good move. Well, I can take with the rook. Why? Because I'm threatening to win a pawn. I'm threatening to give this check. Okay, so he's still defending. I can go like this. Defend it. Everything's defended. My move right now is to go rook d6, rook d2. I think I want to go here. If takes, here. Maybe I want to, like, I don't know, man. He cannot push because I can just take. And if this, adding pressure on this pawn, does seem like a good move. We'll just defend the pawn. Central pawn is really important. Really important. I cannot defend like this, which just sucks, you know. This doesn't do anything. And if I try to trade, I think trading one of the rooks is better. I don't think it was actually a good call. I don't think it was a better solution. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a good move. He did the blunder. He did a blunder. This, okay, king move, we lose the pawn, huh? So we have to protect it like this. Now, everything is protected. You cannot get in. This move doesn't do anything because we can just take, or en passant as well. Seems like a strong move. He just wants to try to get in, but it doesn't do anything. Believe me, it doesn't do anything. But the problem is there's no moves to do. There's nothing. So I think it's going to be end up in a draw. Okay, this move. I think we can go here because if rook takes pawn, he cannot push this pawn. Okay, so a really important move right now. But what happens after rook b8, rook d5, rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes, pawn push, then rook here. But what happens? He cannot go for this. Okay, so it does make sense. Rook b8. Oh, he is defending. I did not see that. All right. h5. The idea behind it, if you take me, I'm going to go here, defending the pawn, while also threatening check, a fork. And you cannot really walk this pawn through because my king just stops there. Everything is protected. This is not a problem. I don't really think it's a problem because I can just move here, this, here, and you cannot really defend it because I can just push, and he did that problem. Oh, after this he has this check. But I just push here, and if it check, I can just block. If takes, king takes, check. Wait a second, if this, check, here, check, block, take, push, rook here. He can't really defend everything at the same time. And with this, check, I can just go here, attacking this pawn. You can move here. No, he cannot. I'm defending the pawn. I'm threatening a fork. The king cannot get through. After this check, I'm really happy to go here. After this another check, I can just take your pawn. And if you cannot take my pawn because of, you know, check, you lose the rook. My opponent is playing really good moves. I did not see this move actually. I was thinking about this, but I did not see it. I think at some point he was supposed to take this pawn while he had the chance. Alrighty. So I can go king here, check, takes, check, attack, push. Stop lagging. So if rook d6 check, I can just take that pawn. Are you sure about this move? So let's see something. This takes, check. I think I just want to take this pawn. And if he push, I can just go here, this, here. You cannot really defend everything, so let's just take. I'm not really worried. He's gonna defend it like this. This seems, oh, that seems a little bit better, to be honest. Alrighty, so check here. So, but if check, you are forced to go there or there. I can go here, but after this I can push, and if takes, I can give you checks. Stop lagging. So I should be stopping this. So I think I want to push, but if this, where is going to push? Oh, I missed it! I missed it! Oh, I was supposed to give this check. Why did I blunder? No! I don't think it's a good move. This, yeah, another check. He can go here. I'm not gonna give you another check. I can just go rook e6. Rook e6, everything is defended. If you try to double up, you lose this pawn. If you try to double up on this way, I mean, it's not really good. Yeah. Wait a second. After this move, can he go rook there? But I can give him a check. He goes here, and he doesn't have it anymore. So here, should I go support the pawns? If this, go back, check, here, or here, but you know, oh wait. Here, rook, check, here, then king, then here, then king, and it's not looking good. I'm pretty sure he wants to go rook a1, but after this check, you are forced to go like this. I did not fucking see that. Fuck me, I did not see that. But I can go here, to be honest. But after this check, here, push. I was supposed to give the check, but give me a check first, then go rook. I missed it. So now if he pushes, that's going to be some problems for me because of... You lose a pawn. So check here. check, take here. So let's say I want e3, pawn takes, rook takes. So he takes. He doesn't have this check. He doesn't have any way to attack my pawn. Now I can just take it with happiness. I'm threatening checks, pushing my pawn. If another check, I can just move away. I'm doing good. That's a move. I will not lie. I can just move here. But wait, rook takes, pawn takes, rook c6, rook here. So take, here, push, here. You can't really stop both pawns, so I'm just gonna take you. You cannot give me any checks. And I can just push my pawn. Push. If he takes, I take. And I'm threatening check. The king has to move away. Yeah. I'm still up a pawn. Now check. You move out of the way and I go here. Or I can move here. Wait a second. If this pawn push, check here, it's gonna be a draw. So if this, check here, I want to give another check, he moves there. But if this, he can give me this check. Rook h7 check. He doesn't have any checks. Can he go rook f7 and if check takes? Oh. Wait a second. If this, rook takes, king here, here, no, I push. So this wins. I want to put the king there and push my pawn. My opponent is really strong. Wow. Really good game. I'm not winning actually. It's going to end up in a draw. How can I make a king, a queen? This is going to be another check and move away. But if this, check, here, check. I think moving here. I think the better move to go king, pawn. There is a way to win it, but I suck at endgames, you know. I'm not Magnus at the end. So king g2. How can he stop it? I mean, this doesn't do anything because I can just go king g2. And if check, I can just go also king g2. And I'm preparing this pawn push. And this is defended, so the king cannot join me after this move. Yeah, king g2 is the best move, I think. If you try to attack my rook and my pawn, I can just go. That doesn't do much, to be honest. Doesn't do much. I can go like this. If this is defended, everything is defended. I want to go here. push the pawn, make a check, get the king out. It's going to be really bad. It's really, really hard. Or, wait a second. King g1, rook h2. King g1, here. I think king g1 is the best move. King g1 here, push. There. King. If this, I can just take you, get the pawn, you go here, I go there and push the white pawn. I think the closer I get to this, it's better. Oh, he fell for it. Wait a second. Rook takes, king here. Wait, take, king f2. You go here and I can get a... Oh. He blundered. But that was a great game from my opponent. He's really strong. Really strong opponent. Nice, man. Playing another game? I really can't play another game. I just want to... First, I just want... No! We were playing a ranked game? No! Oh my god, I'm really sorry. I was not playing a ranked game. I did not thought that it was ranked. He lost 56 points. Holy moly. I'm really sorry. I did not know that it was a ranked game. Right from the beginning, when he hit challenge, it was unranked. I just want to see the game analysis or the game review, but I have to watch an ad first. Oh my god, I'm really sorry, man. Code Monkey King, I'm really sorry. 1556. Ooh, he lost 56 points. And I got 6 points. Maybe you cannot play like challenge the unrated game. I don't know. Wow, I'm sure I've made a lot of blunders. Right now I don't have time because the electricity is going to go off. So I cannot play another game. I wish I can play another game, but everything's going to be shut down in 5 minutes. So I really hope that I can get like a fast peek of my game before shutting everything down. Come on. It is really slow, computer. But my opponent, wow, he managed to fight really hard, playing low on time, like really low on time. Like he is only 1 minute down, few seconds even, and he was, wow, it was really great. But this is what you get when you play 15-minute games. You think, you start thinking, and you do amazing moves. So my opponent really great. I'm sorry about the points that you lost. I thought it was unrated. But harsh, really harsh. 56 points, really harsh. Oh, I really wish I can play it one more time, but I cannot play it now because I have to review it and then I don't have time. Electricity is gonna go off. 81% accuracy. Start the game review. Caracan OB. So all opening moves. Ho. All of that is opening moves. Yo. So queen here was good. Knight d7 also. Bishop d6, good. Bishop e7, yeah. So the move to go bishop e7 is better because not to hit with this move. Yeah, takes. Knight d7 makes sense. I should castle kingside, see? Yeah, I knew it. So now I'm playing down advantage. I should have went back with the bishop. My opponent is playing really good. Yeah, he missed it. He was supposed to go queen f4. See, when I played this move, I thought, oh, I missed queen f4, queen f5. Yeah, he was supposed to go back to d2. Please start working, stop being slow. And now I went for queen here. I was supposed to go knight b6. He was supposed to go knight f5 and attack some things. Taking was good, taking back was good. Queen here was better. Taking back with the knight was better. Given this check, I was just supposed to go away, but I didn't like the fact that I'm gonna lose a pawn. I'm a really stingy person. I don't like to lose material. I was supposed to go rook d5, but I told you it's really ugly to find rooks at the center of the board. I take the pawn, best move. That's a great move, a4, amazing move. But takes. He was supposed to take. No, he was supposed to go rook e1. Best move to go back. I was supposed to give him check. I did not see that. He was supposed to go bishop b8. Oh, that's crazy. Come on. I was supposed to take here. I was supposed to take the pawn. I was supposed to give a check. I was still supposed to go there and forking 2 pawns. Still supposed to go there. He takes. That's a blunder. He was supposed to take the pawn. Great move. Everything's defended. Shuffling pieces back and forwards. He was supposed to take me. That was the blunder that I made. It's not a blunder, it's a mistake, but you know, for me it's a blunder. I was supposed now, okay. Great move. Now h5 is a good move. That loses the game? Sheesh. He was supposed to go f4. I actually thought about f4, but I just go, oh, I cannot go en passant because I lose my rook. And if I take with the, g takes f4, it's going to be really ugly because the rooks can get in and support the pawn on h5. Oh. So everything now does make sense. Wow. I was supposed to go back, attack the pawn. I went here defending everything. I went up, which is a great move. Doubling up. I was supposed to give the check first, as I said, but... Oh. See, the same thing. Takes. Losing for black. Shit, what did I do? F takes e3 is a blunder. I lose the entire advantage. Why? Oh, because of rook c5, he's preparing... So rook c5, he can take my pawn, I cannot defend my pawn. Really strange endgame. That was the best move to take. Rook c6 is better, pushing is good. Taking is not good. No, it's actually a good move. It's a draw. It is a draw. Oh, he blundered this. Oh, he was supposed to go king g1. That's a mess. It's back to draw. This check. I went here. This check. Best. Yeah, it's also good. So now it's completely losing for white. And this blunder takes, and I just managed to promote my knight. I played like a 1800. I wish to reach 1800. 100% accuracy in the opening. Love the Carl Khan. Amazing opening. 100% as well for my opponent. Really good. Great job for my opponent. I'm sorry about the points that you lost. I thought it was unrated. So that was it for today's video. It was just like a game with a friend. That was it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.